Guys, Jared here, Midwest Mountain Hunter. I'm going to talk through a couple of pieces that I've been using from First Lite and what I like about these guys, and short review here. One of the first pieces I'm going to talk about is the jacket that I have on. This is the Cirrus Puffy. One thing I love about this jacket is how light it is in relation to how warm it is. The item, it's a little bit, it's got this face fabric that it's DWR treated, and I have been out and been caught some light showers. This guy will beat up and roll right off. Something I really like too is, and from a warmth perspective, I really like this lining like this. One thing I've always noticed is if you have a material like this, it's I would call reflective. It does a really good job of keeping you warm without having to add that big puffy bulk. So yeah, item. So this guy said, I think it's, oh my gosh, it's super light. What I'll do is I'll zip this guy, and it packs into, one thing I like is it also packs into its own pocket. So once you get this guy stuffed in, like that. This guy now is a great pillow, and I actually have used it as a pillow as well, so it works really well. Piece that I'm wearing right here, this guy really never leaves me. This is the Minaret Aero-wool long sleeve. I think it's around a 140 weight. One thing I really like about this, and I really like the Yano as well, but having the blend between the poly and the wool, one of the benefits I find with the Aerowool is how fast it dries. I was out hiking yesterday, and there was a shower coming through, and it wasn't at the point where I'm like, okay, I probably need to throw on some rain gear, but it's just kind of like one of those light drizzles for a while. I just kept hiking, stayed warm. Obviously I was sweating. I ended up getting to a point where rain moved through. I sat there, I threw on this Cirrus, and I probably sat there for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes having a snack. And one thing, once I got up, I noticed I was like a little damp. Wasn't quite dry, but man, it does some great properties of that. Also has some thumb holes, so pretty warm there. One thing I do with these thumb holes is when you get into the layering, I think it works really well. Next piece that I really like is the Chama Hoodie. And before the hoodie, I had the Chama quarter zip, and it was an incredible piece as well. One thing I do like about the hoodie is obviously coming over, and I like the cut on this. So when you're all the way up, it's just like on the chin line here, and it's not coming over to where you're really messing with your peripheral vision. So definitely like that. Another piece that I'm going to hit on before I get too far up in the system is I also have the Aero-wool neck gaiter. Once again, I've worn the neck gaiters for quite a while. I've had some of the ones where they're more of a fleece, and they can get pretty hot. One thing I like about this is I'll probably run this one 90% of the time. I also have the Wind River balaclava, so if you get into that late season where it's pretty chilly, I'll throw that guy on and I will use it as my balaclava during the day. So let's say, hiking along, get to some spot, want a glass. A lot of times I'll put this guy, I'll have this one on, And I tend to, like I said, I go back to this Cirrus quite a bit, and I will throw it on over. If we're getting down to some colder temps, let's say I'm getting down into the, I don't know, into the teens probably, I'll go and I'm going to grab another piece, which is the Halstead Tech Fleece. One thing that I like about this Tech Fleece is you can wear it hiking as well, and I really like of how well it wicks and keeps you warm. I've hiked in this one down into with the like I said, this the Minaret, and I've hiked comfortably down into single digits. Now, you know, I was moving, I wasn't sitting still, but it works well. So, like I said, really starting to hit. I will throw on this piece next, and it's amazing once you get into this how starting to kind of turn this stuff into an oven. Obviously I'm doing more of a demonstration today. It's only about, I don't know, 45 degrees out, so this is you can tell it's pretty warm, but I would probably keep this guy on. I'm not going to be moving or hiking with this and all this stuff on. This is more for a static piece. Let's just say that wind starts hammering down. I am going to go to like I said, back to the Cirrus. Pull this hoodie up. Zip up, and I could comfortably sit back, glass, do what I have to do, and I know I could probably sit there for hours on end and be comfortable. Because once you get this on, the wind, really, it's not going to get through this. If I had to, you know, if it was getting super cold, I guess I could throw on some rain gear. Last two items I'm going to touch on are the, like I said, I've been hitting on this a bit, but are these liners. I love wearing these guys with a chill. And what I will do sometimes is, if it's not too cold, I'll wear these guys with my hiking poles, hiking in, just to kind of keep a little bit off the hands. When it starts getting chillier, I know I did this back November. It was mid-November and snowstorm started blowing through. I ended up layering these over, and then after that I ended up going with the soft shell over top of these, and man, I had no problem sitting there. I was able to sit for a couple hours on end, no worries. It's warm, but overall I am definitely impressed with the First Lite products, and I've had this, I really like the color, also the Fusion. I had some of the other items before in the Max 1, but decided this last year to really kind of switch everything over to the Fusion. Like I said, all really good products. If you have any questions about any of the items that I just discussed, you can email me, reach out at midwestmountainhunter@gmail.com or www.midwestmtnhunter.com. Click on the shop button